Right now, say I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's favorite, bro. That's it. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came in and signed the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to both of them on the phones like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
Bud Crawford gonna do the point. He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike Lewis is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yo. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. What's up, Boxing Talks Editions? What's up with everybody? How y'all doing today? We ain't going to be before you long, but it is fight week. Canelo Alvarez versus Jemell Charlo. Fight week is here with all the institutes. What up, man? I send the link in one brief second, sir. How y'all doing? How you doing? Who you picking for the fight, though? If I bring you up here, who you picking for the fight? Who you picking for the fight? You know, I am happy that this fight week is here. I'm ecstatic because we're gonna get a lot of questions answered after this one. You know, we'll get a lot of questions answered, like obviously we'll know who the winner is by the end of Saturday night and what's next for boxing and them. Yeah. Listen, everybody had a chance to fest on this. So I take it that you're going with Canelo. Why you say that I really got to ask that must mean you're going with Canelo. First of all, I want a good fight. It's been a minute since we had a mega fight or a major fight that had lived up to the hype. So I'm first and foremost going to say, I just want to see a good fight. I hope it's a good fight. I hope it's an entertaining fight. It's a real good card. Real great boxing card. I'm going to bring a few guests up here, y'all, but let me cook for a minute. But yeah, it's a real good card. I like the card, me personally. I like, as a matter of fact, let's go through this whole card. Because, we got the young man everybody's excited about that Floyd's bringing up, Cremel Moten on the card. You got Ugas versus Barrios on the card. And you got Lubin versus Ramos. That's a safe bet. We all want a good fight and the best man to win, but Charlo needs a KO or a split draw. You know that as well as I do. I don't know. Because with the allure of everybody's excited about the possible matchup between Frank Sanchez is on this card as well, with the possible matchup of the winner fighting Bud. I don't know. I would be more excited to see Bud fight Jemell than Canelo. I would. Especially if something devastating or catastrophic happens, like say Canelo knocks Jemell cold or something. Do you still would want to see him fight Bud? I'm just being honest. But you got Ugas Barrios, Jesus Ramos, Erickson Lubin, Frank Sanchez. So it's a stacked card. So I like everything about the card. I like everything that's going on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna send you the link in 2 seconds, James. It's coming your way right about now. I just really would love to hear what you think about this card because this is a great card. I like the card myself. I think it's a great card. I think it's fitting that this card, came through the way it's coming through. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give a few picks. I can't decide on who I'm not lying. I mean, of course, the safe bet is to take Canelo, but I just don't know. You know, there's so many questions. Can Charlo, carry the weight? You know what I mean? Can he make that weight? You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot. Hold on, hold on, Ray John. Ray John, I'm bringing it to you. And I'm going to give you my picks. I think a lot of people got Ugas messed up. I think a lot of people got Ugas messed up because I think Ugas is the way everybody just think that Barrios is going to knock him out or stop him. I think y'all tripping. I think Ugas going to come out there and show people that, he's still about it. You know what I mean? But I got to give special concessions for people to come on here. I'm sending it to you now, Ray John. Ray Jane. Goodness. Just sent it. I got one pick. I got Ramos beating Lubin. And I love Eric Lubin. Cool guy. It's just something about this fight that I think is going to be extremely dangerous for him. I'm voting for him. I would love to see him win it. But I picked Jesus Ramos on this one. You know what I mean? I really, 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 really don't know about this one. But, let me know in the comment section who you think will win. I just, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I like Jesus Ramos on that one. Even though I would love to see Erickson Lubin pull it off, but I like Jesus Ramos on this particular one. I like Ugas over Barrios, even though the consensus is a lot of people think that this is Barrios coming out party. You know what I mean? What's up, man?
Yo, what it do? What it do?
So talk to us about this fight card. Who you like in the main event? Sound like you're going with Canelo. Tell us why you're going with Canelo and why.
Well, as mentioned before, it's mainly by the safe bet. It's not really who I like one more than the other. But honestly, we're boxing in Vegas. Got Canelo, and this particular weekend, you're going to have the Latin boxing community coming out in full force. And for Charlo, you're going to have the black boxing community showing up as well. Honestly, just comparing the two styles together, I honestly am leaning more toward Canelo, just in the fact that he has the head movement, that even if a punch misses from Canelo, the crowd is going to react and be excitable by that. And judges are going to be swayed by that. I mean, Charlo's going to have to show out in the best performance that he has had in his entire career to date in order to get the boxing world and the fans and the judges in his favor in order to get that decision. To be bluntly honest, I don't see either boxer knocking the other out, but I do feel that it is going to be a dominant decision as to who wins, whether that's a Charlo win or that's a Canelo win. That's just me personally.
Okay. I mean, listen. I kind of want Charlo to win.
Okay.
Just for the drama of what happens next. Is Bud really gonna go up 3 weight classes and fight him? You know what I mean? I just wanted the allure. I just think it's more drama added to the situation if Charlo wins. You know what I mean? Right. Either way, I'm cool. I just want a competitive fight. It's been so, ladies and gentlemen, sirs, it's been so long since we've had a fight that somebody didn't get demolished. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I
mean, it's been a lot. Listen to me, boxing this year has been filled with people getting demolished. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a competitive fight? Just a fight where I'm like, okay. You with me?
Because that's really what's going to be more exciting and more engaging, the competitive fights. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we're matching up these styles, we're matching up these names together, but every time we do so, someone gets blown out, and it looks like a mismatch when a masterclass is performed by the other person. Now, let's look at prime example. Let's look at Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton Jr. A lot of people had a very strong feeling Stephen Fulton was going to come in and he was going to teach Inoue a few things, going to show him that he was too light to be in that weight class. And Naoya Inoue put on a boxing clinic that early Tuesday morning. And like nobody saw that happening except for those of us who knew who Naoya Inoue was. But then we'll give you another example. We got Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr., a fight that boxing fans have been begging for years to have happen. And it's going to be, this is going to be a very close competitive fight. I don't know who's going to do it. But yeah, that competition left as soon as the first bell rang. I mean, the competition was gone. Like Crawford just, he pitched a shutout that night. I mean,
Nah. Earl won the first round. We're gonna give him his one round.
Okay, very close shutout.
Yes, close to a shutout.
It was almost a complete shutout. And in that first round, I mean, depending on who was scoring it and who was looking at it, some people still might have given that first round to Crawford.
That's true too. That's true.
So I do echo your sentiment that you do want a competitive fight, a big, legitimate competitive
All I'm
fight.
saying is
And I think that Saturday does have the potential to deliver on that promise.
It's been a minute since we had a big fight live up to the hype. Like I said,
yeah.
every fight has been somebody got demolished. Even Saturday's rematch with Zhang and Joyce, the first fight was one-sided. The second fight was a demolition. It's been a minute since we had a fight that's like, you know what I mean? Where we still was standing, like people were still wondering who's gonna win when they go to the card. So it's been a minute since we had one of them.
True.
We need another one now. Speaking of Zhang and Joyce, hold on, we're gonna stay with this fight card. Who you got between Ugas and Barrios?
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going with Mario Barrios.
No, it's very popular. It's not unpopular. A lot of people are going with Mario Barrios.
Yeah, I mean, respectfully, I do think that Ugas is a good competitive boxer. I feel that his best days are behind him. And honestly, I don't think he'll be able to keep up with the angles, the punch volume, and the accuracy that Mario Barrios is able to box at. I just don't think that Ugas can keep up and compete. So I'm going with Barrios.
Man, I think a lot of y'all got Ugas messed up. You hear me? So many people picking Mario Barrios and talking about he gonna stop Ugas and all that. I think y'all got Ugas messed up, man. Man. Huh?
I said that's fair. Personally, to me, I don't see the knockout or stoppage, but I do see a fairly comfortable decision for Barrios.
Comfortable decision.
Comfortable.
Give me Ugas. Give me Ugas.
Okay.
Give me Ugas. I got Ugas coming through. I think Ugas bounces back. Ugas is gonna box him, fight smart. It's gonna be a lot. This fight gonna be a lot tougher. Come on, man. This man, listen to me. No disrespect to Mario Barrios. Nice young talent. He's looked good his last couple fights. You fought Tank and Keith Thurman. Nothing wrong with that. Lost to both of them, got stopped by one. Not taking that from you because those two good fighters. But let's not act like Ugas ain't been in the ring with Manny Pacquiao. Ugas been in the ring with Earl Spence. Ugas been in the ring with Sean Porter. Ugas ain't just get here, man. You know what I'm saying? Ugas didn't just wake up one day. Y'all got Ugas messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? People looking at the Spence damaged him, they think that he's done. That's where that's coming from. But give me Ugas. Jesus Ramos and Erickson Lubin. Who you got?
That one though, that's one of those fights that I can't confidently pick a winner. I mean, both are good, both are impressive, both definitely have power, and both of them are very intelligent ring tacticians. But between the two, I can't comfortably pick a winner. I'm gonna have to sit that one out and see how that fight unfolds.
Give me Jesus Ramos. Give me Jesus Ramos. I like Erickson Lubin a lot, but I think Jesus Ramos may be a bit too much, too young, too strong right now for him to deal with. I think he needed a softer touch for where he's at in his career. And I just think that Jesus might be the one to do serious damage. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? And now we can move on to Zhang. He knocked out Joyce in the third round, brutal knockout. Now everybody's calling for him to fight Usyk or Fury. Which one of them would you want him to fight next?
Look, I've met Zhang. He's a great guy, humble,
Okay.
impressive boxer. Not taking anything away from him. But with the advanced age that he is, particularly at the heavyweight division, I gotta be honest. I don't know if I want to see him against top challengers and champions. Like, if this were a few years earlier, I'd have said, "Hey, go for it." But I'm not sure if he can keep up with a younger boxer such as Tyson Fury or Alexander Usyk. I personally don't know about it. But if I had to pick one between the two that I'd rather see Zhang against Usyk.
I knew that was coming.
That one. Because the thing with Tyson Fury is, I feel it's going to be very similar to the Otto Wallen fight. It would be close and competitive, but Tyson Fury eventually would turn it around and be able to negate Zhang's power and his pressure, and just be able to get that decision victory. I mean, I still have it fresh in my mind with the Jerry Forrest bout that Zhang had. I'm not sure if he's fully recovered from like the stamina and the conditioning of having to go through that hard of a bout. And against a boxer that has no quit or surrender in them, like Tyson Fury, I think that fight might be a little rough. So, admittedly, I would rather see him against.
I think him against Usyk. I think Zhang versus Usyk will be a very difficult fight. A lot of people were going to pay close attention because we all saw what happened to Usyk last fight. Whether you agree or disagree, we felt that was a rough out for him. So a lot of people want to see what he would look like against anybody else. And the question will be against a real big heavyweight such as a Zhang. What was clear in that fight with Daniel Dubois, other than the body shot, what was clear, the size of his opponent. Even though AJ didn't capitalize on it, but the size of his opponent did bother him in that fight. He was clearly bothered by the size of Dubois in that fight. Clearly, he was bothered.
Because being honest, Alexander Usyk, as much as we love him and whatnot, he is relatively small for a heavyweight. And just when he comes across like legitimate heavyweights, whether by height, by width, by weight, whatever the case is, he tends to be intimidated by bigger boxers. That's been consistent within his track record, especially in the heavyweight division. So I mean, that's why it's a little hard for me when people say like, oh well, the fight that definitely needs to happen is Usyk versus Fury. I don't think it's a matter of technique, but I think it's more of a matter of size.
So I believe Zhang could give Usyk a real tough fight. It'd be hard. I mean, a lot of people are picking him to big Usyk. Let's see if Usyk can outbox him. Let's see if he can overpower Usyk. That's a good fight. And maybe after that, we'll get the Fury Tyson Fury Usyk fight. Also, the promos for Regis Prograis and Devin Haney came out.
I saw.
That's a go. We also now it is fully locked in and loaded. De Los Santos versus Shakur. Do you believe De Los Santos can beat Shakur or make it a very, very tough fight?
I think he can make it a tough fight. I don't think De Los Santos can beat Shakur Stevenson, but I mean, like, let's be honest, we've seen Shakur frustrated in the ring before, but we've never seen him tired. We've never seen him hurt. We've never seen him in trouble against anyone to date. But De Los Santos might be the first to finally apply some pressure to Shakur and be a good litmus test to see where Shakur currently stands in this new weight class. So only time will tell.
Okay, what about Devin and Regis?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm trying to be respectful because I respect you as a friend and as the host, but it's not a fight that I'm really. Yeah, just may the best man win. I'll be respectful and I'll leave it at that. May the best man win.
Ooh, may the best man win. Wow. Okay. This is what I want out of that fight, right? I want whoever to win that fight, whoever it is, especially if it's Devin. I need them to stand 10 toes down and fight my young boy. That's all I ask. Fight my young boy. You know what I'm saying? Especially since one guy, Devin Haney, said they would. You hear me?
Oh, we know people say things for.
No, not them. No. Everything they said, they stand on everything they say. That's what they say. I respect them as that.
That's what they say, but you know as well as I do, we have to go by what they do, how they move.
So far, he's done that. Everything they said they would do.
Can't look at what's being said.
So far, everything they said they would do would look like they attempt to do. Let me say that. Look, man, I mean, I just want that. That's all I want. Whoever wins, Regis, especially if it's Devin Haney, I need the next thing you to do. Because the word is Teofimo is in talks with Ryan Garcia.
That could be interesting.
Teo won a bag. Teo won a bag.
That's interesting.
He wants a bag, and I don't blame him. And Ryan wants him to get back in a chance to prove himself. It's an interesting fight, like you said. Whenever, like you said, but like I said, Teofimo and Ryan look like they're in talks. And I don't know what Sergio Matias is going to do next. You know what I mean? Somebody, I just looking for my guy to get his opportunity soon to get his opportunity. To crack the barrier. And I would love it for to be the winner of Regis and Devin Haney. Shakur, I got Shakur putting on a masterclass in the De Los Santos fight, and then I don't know what that leaves him after that. Maybe him and Frank can dance after that. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Maybe him and Frank could come back and dance after that, and then we'll see. And what else we got going on? We don't know what a lot of people are doing. There's a lot of speculations. I don't want to do the back and forths or who these people might fight next. But everything else, these are the things that we have locked thus far. I do believe what do you think about the situation with the Bud saying he'll do the rematch with Earl at 147 and not 154?
Well, I mean, that would be a true rematch, especially since they boxed at 1, and that's where the titles were. I mean, it creates a whole new series if you don't do it within the same exact conditions that the first bout did.
Why is that?
Well, because then when you're changing the parameters and whatever the case may be, then I mean it might still be within a series that you guys are boxing each other, but it's not a true rematch, being in the sense that it's not the same weight class, it's not the same parameters exactly. It's an augmented or altered version of what the first bout was. So I mean, if it's going to be a true legitimate between two boxers, it needs to be in the same exact setting as the first bout. I mean,
Okay.
even if we look throughout boxing history, I mean, it's definitely a series when you're boxing a person more than once. But if it is going to be a rematch, it does need to be within the same exact parameters.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but let's be
But
clear.
okay,
Both fighters clearly said it was hard for them to make this weight.
okay,
Clearly said it.
fair, and that's fair. It was hard for them to make weight, so then you can keep going, but you can't, in fairness, call it a rematch because the parameters and the conditions have been changed. So you
Okay.
can keep it within the series. Fine with it. I think that a lot of instances we in the boxing world get hung up on linguistic and terminology when we come up with the terms, but in essence we are saying the same things. But I mean, I personally wouldn't call it a rematch unless it's the same exact settings as the first bout that was contested.
All right. So here's my thing. I ain't even going to make an opinion or argument either way because I see enough of it already on social media with the people saying this, that, and the third. I don't believe the man is using this as a way to duck nothing or anything like that or
Of
anything
course
like
not.
that. I think this is a business move, and I think he's buying time to see whatever he can, get on the horizon. With that being said, I need him after whatever plays out on Saturday night. I need everybody to make their decisions accordingly. We got one more fight to talk about before we get out of here, and
All
that
right.
is Boo Boo Andre versus David Benavidez.
Can I plead the fifth?
Why?
Why? Because well, you and I know each other outside of Let's Talk Sports, y'all. So you already know why I'm asking. But since I'm on the spot like this, um, it's a fight that I'm curious to see where both fighters currently stand.
Right.
For Benavidez, if he is ready for a fight with Canelo Alvarez, since he still has the Showtime contract, and for Demetrius Andrade, if he can prove that he still belongs in the discussion, that he does belong being mentioned along other names in the super middleweight division. Because, I mean, let's face it, I mean, one of the last fights I saw with him and Damon Nicholson, I mean, I personally wasn't impressed. I
Facts.
I
Now,
don't
that's a
know.
fact.
Now, don't get me wrong. He's had some good fights before with Jason Quigley and a few others throughout his career, but I pay attention to the ones in which he struggled. I pay attention to the fight they had with Liam Williams. I pay attention to the fight they just had with Damon Nicholson not too long ago. I pay attention to the fight they had with Alontes Fox. Like, it's bouts like that I'm looking at how that would fare again if he hasn't made appropriate adjustments and changes within his own technique. So, honestly, I am leaning toward Benavidez in that one, but I'm looking more for both boxers to show me that you belong. Show me that we need to be talking about you, that we need to be paying attention to you. So I see that more as a show me fight, if that makes sense.
I agree. For David Benavidez, he could solidify his position as where he's at. And for Boo Boo Andre, it's his last dance. It's all or nothing. You know what I mean? He'll still get fights, but the big fights, big name fights that he's been clamoring for, that will be over and done with if he doesn't put out the proper performance in this particular fight. He's got to show everybody that all this years of people saying people avoiding him, all of the boogeyman talk, all of the people that won't, all of that has to show on that night. Because if it does
on
not,
that topic,
go ahead.
Right. And on the topic of people avoiding Andrade and whatnot, if we're going to be bluntly honest, based upon the performances they has had in the ring, are they avoiding you because you're dangerous because of your technique, or are you dangerous in the fact that you would in essence kill their careers and their momentum moving forward if they lose to you? So it's again, when I say the show me fight, like, I need to see the boogeyman. If you're gonna call yourself the boogeyman of the division and everybody's avoiding you, show us why they're avoiding you.
That's why I said, so a fight with Benavidez, he has to show us all of that. Regardless of what happens, you got to show everybody this is why people was avoiding this guy. This is why people didn't want to fight this guy. All of that has to show, because everybody's gonna want to see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
right.
But with that being said, like I told y'all, it's gonna be short and sweet. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Before I let you tell everybody where you from, what you got going on, James. Let me say this. I'm proud of Jemell Charlo. I'm proud of how he conducted himself. I'm proud of everything he's done in this situation. He has marketed himself properly. He's conducted himself properly. Not that he doesn't do it any other time, but he's really been on his P's and Q's and how he, articulated himself in this fight. And I wish him the best. I wish for a competitive fight. I want him to win because it's kind of sad that a undisputed fighter has to yell and scream from the mountaintop to be mentioned amongst the best fight in the sport. That's disgusting. The political bodies that do this stuff has got to change, and that's got to stop. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Right. It's disgusting that, this guy, he's leaping up to weight classes to fight arguably the face of boxing and arguably a very dangerous fight, just to say, everybody, hey, I belong in these conversations too. Canelo, he's fighting for a bag. The motivations
are different.
Huh?
The motivations are different for them.
Yeah, the motivation's different.
One's boxing for establishment and credibility. Not that he hasn't earned it already, but again, as you just mentioned, with the powers that be in boxing and the political bodies doing what they do and promoting who they want to promote, like, he needs to be, as you know, just us being us, need to be twice as good to get half. So Charlo needs to be that. He needs to be twice as good. Hell, he might even need to be 3 or 4 times as good to get half of what Canelo is getting. And Canelo, as you said, he's already made it.
Right. He's home already. I've been pound for pound. I'm the highest paid fighter in the game.
I'm already a boxing Hall of Famer.
I've been in the lights 1,000 times. I even fought the former face of boxing. I fought him too. So yeah.
Right. So at this point,
another fight.
Yeah, it's another fight for him. But for Charlo, the motivation being different is that he's fighting for everything in this fight. Like, literally everything is riding on what happened Saturday night. And if he plays hard right, even in a loss, he could still get in the conversation. He could still be in the fact that I'm boxing against the face of boxing, that I'm boxing against the name in boxing, and that I held my own. I got in there, I stood toe-to-toe, 10 toes down, and I stood and banged with the face of boxing. How many people can say that?
And I went up 2 weight classes to do it.
There you go.
With that being said, we out of here. Tell everybody where they can find you, what you got going on, Mr. James.
All right. So I go by Rygen Boxing. You can find me on Instagram. Still working on some things, getting some things moving, but if y'all are in the New Jersey area, the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame kicks off Friday night at the Hard Rock Casino and Resort in Atlantic City, New Jersey. You can get tickets online at www.acbhof.com. There will be some live boxing. Among those being honored in this year's class, we have George Foreman, we have Shannon Briggs, we have David Tua, we have Jemell Alvarez, and various guest appearances that are going to be coming through. James Lights Out Tony, Roberto Duran, we got Ray Mercer coming through, Tim Witherspoon. We got boxing greatness and royalty coming through. So that's the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame this weekend, kicking off at the Hard Rock Casino and Resort in Atlantic City, New Jersey. ACHB.
Wow. Dang, I wish I could make it out there. That would be nice. That'd be a nice Atlantic City, huh?
Yes, sir.
Atlantic Boxing Hall of Fame. But that's it, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. As he said, if you're in the New Jersey area, the tri-state area, you got a way to make it out there. Go out there and meet some of the greats and the legend and kick it. Get you some pictures, get you some interviews out there in Atlantic City. Or if not, we'll see y'all here Saturday night post-fight. Canelo versus Charlo post-fight. We'll be back here then. If not, holler back at you, man. Y'all be blessed. One.
Always a pleasure.
Always, sir.